Well, hello everybody. Today is going to be the day. For what? I'm going to take you through the truck camper.
Hi, let's go.
Alright, let's take a look at our weather forecast today.
Today's forecast, a lot of sunshine, blue skies, marine clouds. Just a perfect day to go outside and relax. That's your forecast. We'll be right back.
Yeah, sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No clouds in the sky, about to get away. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Sunny day, make way. All the stress and doubt, yeah, not today. Feels like it's been a freaking decade. Sorry, don't call me cause I'm gonna be on break. Got the Tropicana, fresh cut sushi on a platter. Brandy, honey, it don't matter, shots till I drop. Gonna be 24/7, golden hour like a boss. And they say, yo, guess you got a 2 o'clock appointment for a champagne shot, oh yeah. I'm busy tryna take it higher. Got no time for never, only spending cheddar. Wish I could do this forever. Chilling with the hottest company. They all wanna welcome me to their private penthouse suite. Yeah, now I got the key. Rooftop pool, got a heli on speed. Ocean view from the highest peak. I'm complete, oh, I want this to stay. Please don't go away. Yeah. Sunny days, sunny days, sunny days. No
Okay guys, now most of you are going to already know something about a camper. Either you guys had a camper or a relative had a camper, somebody had a camper. So I'm going to give you the basics, show you what this one has, and if there's something else you want to know about it, just leave a comment and we'll get taking care of that one. And if there's enough about one topic or something, or I know what I want to do is I also want to put do another segment on what I have done since I've owned this camper. So I'll be coming up to about a year living in it. So yeah, let's get on with the tour. I'll do the outside and then we'll go inside and see what's going on the inside. Okay, so all right, so this is a 22 Northern Lite 10-2 limited edition wet bath. And I'll explain a little bit more about the wet bath part when we get in there. I ordered it with the boat rack on the top, not really doing it for the boat rack, but so I can mount some floodlights on the top. I'll show you the controller on the inside. It comes standard with 2 185 watt solar panels. And I've done some upgrades to the charge controller, but like I said, I'll do another video on that. So we have the raised lettering on this unit. It comes out because it takes for the weight of this thing, it takes a dually. So these are the swing out brackets. So you just push up on the bottom here when you, and then these fold in so they don't stick out like this, but you need this to get past the girl with the big hips. So as we go down here, I guess I'm going to show you this part anyways. So this is where the 7-pin, which I broke the cap and I don't know how it broke, but anyways, that's the 7-pin that goes from the truck to the camper, and that gives me my tail lights, clearance lights, and it also does a trickle charge to the battery, but that's another topic. This beside it that I put there is actually a 70 amp trolling motor plug. And that is for the DC to DC charger. So coming off my alternator, you plug into there and that puts 30 amps into my batteries. I'll explain that one later on another video. Get close, okay. All right, hot water tank, fresh water fill. So the fresh water on this unit is 36 gallons. There is the hookup. Holy crap. I don't think I've ever opened this thing. I can't even open it. That is for the cable. So there's cable hook up there. That's never been opened. So yeah. Anyways, so here we have the exhaust for the furnace. So it takes in fresh air in this port here. Fresh air goes in here, and then the exhaust comes out here. There's my 30 amp connection. So I'm actually in Parksville right now at a beautiful spot right now. This is called Pathfinder. Look it up. Great people. If you want a nice spot to stay, this is it. So 30 amp hookup. I got the fresh water hooked up. And this is the outdoor shower. So there is an outdoor shower on this unit. And this is where the dump valves are. So I have gray water dump valve right there in the back. So my gray water is 40 gallons. My black water, which is this guy right here, which I have never used in this camper, almost in it for a year and I've never used it, it's 18 gallons. So we got 36 fresh, we have 40 gray and 18 black. And then the pump. There's also the controller. I do not know if you can see it back there. I think I have a light. Yeah, I do have a light in here. So that right there is the controller for the Happy Jacks. So yeah. So this is a heated basement in here. And I don't know if you can see back in the background there. I'll try to get the camera in there. Don't know if that's going to show up. Oh yeah, it does. So that's actually one of the vents coming off the furnace. So when I have the furnace on, it actually puts hot air down in the basement here. It keeps the pipes from freezing and keeps the tanks nice and warm. So there's one pipe here, and there's one pipe that goes across to the other side underneath where the kitchen sink is. All right, so let's shut that guy off. So this is the back of the camper here. So that's the tube right there where the this drain pipe goes into right there. Like I said, I only use the gray, so and I don't leave it open, so whenever I want to, I just pull the lever and just empty the gray water out. So this unit has 2 electric awnings on it, a 7-foot here and a 10-foot on the side, both electric. So these stairs, I like them. I see some people on the comments, they don't really like these stairs. I think they're fantastic. So they just fold up like this when you're traveling. And there's actually a 3rd step in here. So this piece here, this one here comes off with these pins right here. And then you take this step off and then you hook it onto the bottom step, and that gets hooked on when it's on the truck if I'm high enough. Like right now it's off the truck, as you can tell, and I lower the unit as far to the ground as possible. But of course with these trucks nowadays, it's pretty high off the ground, so that 3rd step does come in handy. So there's a ladder that goes up onto the outside. There is a backup camera, and which is pretty neat. Now, I'm going to apologize for the recording here because it's kind of hard to do everything here. Inside here is basement storage, and there is a 6-foot tray that slides out, and there's room beside the tray to slide some other things in there. I shouldn't say it's 6 foot, it's 5 feet 6 inches. And this is where I store a lot of the stuff that I use most of the time. I have the truck off right now, so I got my tie downs, my Happy Jacks in there for storage, safe storage. So yeah. So that slides back underneath there. And then this step gets put back on there like that, and you just tighten up these 2 screws. I'm probably doing a terrible job here recording, but like I said, I'm trying to do it and record at the same time. Okay, this side. So there's, I didn't push it all the way in. I'll set it out in a minute there to show you. I got 2 batteries in here. They're lead acid. Like I said, in the future I'll show you my upgrades and what my plan is with that. This is where, if I ordered it with the generator, this is where they put the generator. I did not want the Onan's generator. For one thing, it's extremely loud, and second, it is extremely expensive. So like you know from my other video, I already bought a little inverter generator. We have outside light and outside speakers. One there and one there. This is the back of my fridge, and it vents through the over top of the awning. We have an outdoor 120 volt receptacle right there, and we have 2 20-pound propane tanks, and they're on a slide here. So I pull this and the 2 tanks come out. Bit of a pain in the ass to work with, especially when she's on the truck, because this thing's up off the ground. I'm 6 feet tall, and I have to stand on my tippy toes sometimes to try to work on these, so it is not the easiest thing to work with. Maybe what I'll do is I'll hit that awning And the controls are just on the inside here. So let me see if I can set you down out here somewhere. And in the awnings, on both awnings, there are LED lights, which, to be honest, I've already had some problems with these lights. But you can see there's lights up against the back of the camper. There's lights inside the tube and lights in the arms and lights in the tube. And you can already see I have burnt out lights. And I had burnt out lights within 2 weeks of getting this camper, so not very reliable for the LED lights, but it is what it is. All right, so that's a quick little walk around on the outside. Well, let's go inside and see what's going on in the inside. What do you say? Now, just so everyone knows, it looks like this all the time. No. All right, where should we start? Let's start at the back here. So, there's the back door, as you can see. Just right above it here, we have, like I said before, I'll explain some other stuff later on what I have and what I've done to it, but for now let's just do the truck camper itself. So I have a switch for the backup camera and for the light that's mounted just on the other side of this wall here. When you come in, to the right hand side of the back door is a hanging closet, which is really handy. So for my jackets and everything like that, plus my laundry bag is in here, plus some other goodies. Down from that, you'll see a door here. That was not part of the camper. I installed that. Like I said, we'll talk about that later. So I have some controllers right here. So this one here, that is for the back awning to open and close it. Side awning, now the side awning has a power switch, so I guess they don't want it to come on when you're going down the road, maybe. I don't know why they wouldn't put one on the back one, I don't know. And these are the lights for in the awning. So this is for the one on the back and this is for the one on the side. Just moving up, we have another storage closet here. I ordered these two off Amazon, these two trays, mounted them on top of each other and then bolted them in. They work really good. I have some very decent storage. I have 3 of those drawers, all hardwood, and these are all built in shop. They did not farm any of their cabinetry out. They are made in the factory. So there's 3 of them. And then I have my fridge, 6.3 cubic feet. Fridge and freezer. And mirrored. How you doing? And below that, another storage unit. This is kind of the drawer I use to keep all my cords and stuff for charging and for the cameras. Then the kitchen's on that side. So we have more storage. I mean, you don't really need to see what crap I've got with me, but actually do say there was a microwave. It did come with a microwave. I don't use a microwave, so I took it out. So it would plug up there in the top corner there, but like I said, storage was more important than a microwave, so I got rid of it. Then we have our oven. It is a 3-burner oven. So let me turn the little fancy lights on. So it's a glass top, which is nice. We got 3-burner there, and we have the oven. Both work well. And then beside it is the sink. The sink I like. It's a nice deep sink. Not really the biggest fan with this tap. I'll end up changing it. I just wish it was a higher one. Like, you know, it's just, I don't know. It comes with a nice cover. It's got rubber feet on the bottom of it, so it works really good for, I put it on the table and you can put things on it. Doesn't slide around. It uses a cutting board, but I don't actually use this one as a cutting board. I just don't want knife marks all over it. And then below it you have just one of those little storage units that they put underneath sinks. It's just mainly for, I use it just for odds and ends and whatever. Below, fairly decent storage underneath the sink. That's a Ninja Foodie, so decent enough. The utensil drawer. So what's else in the area? Obviously, area other than that. Stereo, I'll talk about that in a second, I guess. I guess I'll talk about it now. So that is my kind of my entertainment system right there. It plays DVDs, CDs. It's a Bluetooth also, and it controls the 3 channels for my speakers. There's 2 outside. There's 2 up in the bunk area, and there's 2 underneath the dinette speakers. So that's where that gets controlled from. What else? That's it for about there, I guess. The TV. So the TV is a 12-volt TV. So it could swing out, so I can watch it from the dinette or watch it from the bed area. Works good. Just more storage again. We got some deep storage there. It runs along the whole side, both sides of the bed. And there's another hanging closet on this side also, and it's fairly deep. It goes down to the bottom too. So there's a skylight in this unit, and it opens up so you can actually use this as an escape hatch if you needed to. And you have the screen on one side and the blind on the other side. Obviously they both come right across. I don't use it so much for this fact that anything up top there's going to fall and sit against the screen. And then how do you clean it? It's a bit of a pain. I also noticed one time when it was really windy out, because this is not perforated, obviously it's perforated, it's pleated, that's the word I'm looking for. It's pleated, so it folds. And it actually pushed this down and was like a bowl. And I had one heck of a time to get it all to fold back up again. It took me about half an hour to get all these pleats back in. So I don't use this for anything except maybe sticking my head out every now and then or seeing what the stars look like. But other than that, it's still a nice idea. And you can crawl up and get up onto the roof too. So that's kind of handy. So there's reading lights on either side of the bed, plus area lights. All the windows are the same in this unit. I'll show you how they kind of work down below. Here's one thing that got me. I'm gonna sit back because if I'm sitting up here, look at this. Look how much room this thing is. And you have to remember, this sits in the back of a pickup truck. So this is in the box of a pickup truck. To me, it's amazing what they can do nowadays, technology and engineering that goes into these units. Because, I mean, it's hard to believe. I'm on a full-size queen mattress here, and there is plenty of room in these things. So I don't know. I think it's very cool, and I like it. So let's come back out of the bunk area. There's a step there to help get in the bunk, and underneath it is basically this is the junk drawer of my camper. So stuff that, you know, I'll use every now and then, I keep in there. Everybody has junk drawers. So there's the 12 volt and 120 volt sender right there. Underneath this seating area is my hot water tank, and under this side is my furnace, and I also have a drawer. This is the U-shape dinette. I wanted the U-shape because I had a plan prior to buying this of installing an inverter. So underneath that seat over there, it's all storage. And like I said before, I'll do another video of what I've done to this unit, but there's a 3,000 watt inverter underneath that bench. With the 10.2 compared to the 8.5 or the 9.6, because of the height. So this unit here is 6 feet 8 inches, and the other ones are 6'4", so you actually get more storage. They put this unit here, so which is really, really nice. Storage is a premium. So just like the window there and the windows up top, they all work the same, and this is the biggest one, so I'll just show you on this one. The only difference is these are red because they're supposed to indicate an emergency exit. So you push this little black button and then you rotate the handle up. I already had this open, so that's why those are already undone. But so when they close, they lock, right? So you got to push a little black button and then lift it up. Nice thing about these things is wherever you put them, this is where they stay. So if you want to open it all the way open, that's pretty well all the way open. Or if you just want to, have it open a little bit, you put it there. The screen comes down from the top, and the blind comes up from the bottom. Now, the nice thing about it is you can set them wherever you want it. So if you want some ventilation, but you still want some privacy, you just put it to wherever you want. And then, or close it all the way at nighttime. So they work well. I've never had a problem with these things so far. Very happy with them. They are a thermal window, so they're acrylic and they're thermal, so there's actually a bit of an air gap in there, which makes a difference. Now, I do have reflectix that I made that I can cover all the windows, and it does help. It does make a big difference. And what's kind of neat about them too is if you see that the clip there, you can tell it's kind of shaped like a notch there. So that actually fits in there like that, and you can do that with all three. That'll give you just about a 1/4 inch to 3/8 of a gap there. So you don't have to have the window all the way open, and because it's locked in there, it's like more secure, right? Because that sits in there in those little grooves. So that's kind of a neat little feature too. Reading lights on both sides. This unit also, just like all of them do, this table goes down and then the cushions go down, so you can actually lay across here. It's 6 feet across there, so yeah, it's fairly comfortable. It's raised up on the bottom here, which is nice. So you got a little storage there underneath. Put some slippers or shoes or whatever. So coming back in this direction here, we have the clock that they give or put in all the campers. The fantastic fan, which I'm not a big fan of, no pun. It closes all by itself when you don't want it to, even if it's not raining. I just set it, and then all of a sudden I can just 2 minutes later I'll hear it close. So I disconnected the motor on it, so I just used the manual crank to open and close the vent on the outside. The fan itself works fine. So the speed controller and whether it brings air into the camper or out of the camper, that works fine. It's just the motor that lifts and lowers the cover. It had a mind of its own, so I just got disconnected it. It's for my monitor, so that's my pump, and this is for my battery. So my batteries are on this side, my fresh water is here, my gray water is there, and my #1 tank is black, and I've never used it, so obviously it's empty. Furnace control. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So the AC unit, the controls for it are actually on the unit itself. They're not on the wall. So that's the controls for it. It's a 10,000 BTU. And I've used it and it works. So this is my pantry. And I guess maybe I should have showed the bathroom first. So this is the wet bath. This unit has a wet bath rather than the dry bath, which just means your shower and your toilet are separate. There's just a curtain goes across. But because of that, it takes up more room. So you do not get this pantry if you have the dry bath. To me, it was more important for me to have that pantry than to have worrying about if the toilet gets wet. Outside of the bathroom slash shower. Sliding door, which I really like. So this is the bathroom. And like I said, it's the wet bath. So this one here, you actually, I got my garbage in there right now, it just sits in there. But so you stand here and you take a shower. Still tons of room. I'm 6 feet tall and 220 pounds. So, and I have no problem showering in this unit at all. No problem at all. I got like 4 inches above my head. And, well, like I said, I've never even used the toilet before. So I don't really care if the toilet gets wet. This whole thing's meant to get wet, so no, it works good for me. I take showers in this thing all the time. No issues at all. So I think, guys, that's about it. I don't think I missed anything. I mean, if there's something else you guys want to know about, let me know. I want to do another video of things that I've done so far in this, on this unit. Mainly because it'll just take up too much time if I try to do it all. But I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed this. Again, it's a 2022 Northern Lite 10.2 limited edition. One thing I didn't mention, so this is like the Bigfoots, this is a fiberglass camper. So they make it like a boat. It's exactly like a boat. There's 2 sections, and then they put it together, and there's only one connection. It's right down center, just like a boat. So from the outside, you'll see one seam, but there's no seams anywhere else. Yes, you still have your holes where your AC will come through or your vents and stuff like that, but that's with everything. But other than that, there's no edge seams that you have to worry about. Just the one seam right down the middle, which makes it very, very good. Very, very nice campers. Very happy with this camper. One thing I have to mention is I got this out of southwestern Ontario. Stratford is the town, and it's called Camp Out RV. Excellent people. Jonathan was a great guy. I went to Camp Out RV for about 3 years before I even bought this, and I kept looking at the campers and all that, and Jonathan was excellent about it. And then, of course, after purchasing, I had some issues, which is you always will. The awning, you notice the LED lights, well, they instantly got me another replacement for the lights. Something else I should mention, though, they don't make the awning there, obviously. So this is not Northern Lite's issue. This is, you know, the same awning would go on a Arctic Fox or whatever, right? So it's not even Northern Lite's fault. It's just that's the way it is. But I had no problems. The people in the service department, as soon as I make a call, boom, they're back on the phone. No issues at all. So if you guys are in Ontario, no matter where, drive, even if it's a 3-hour drive, you will not be sorry to go to Camp Out RV. They have a huge selection of RVs. Excellent people. Yeah, I can't say anything better about them. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for this this video. If there's anything else you want to see or want me to go more in depth in, just let me know. I'm more than happy. But I'll do another follow-up video of the stuff I put in this camper or what I've changed. Because I don't care what anybody says, no RV is perfect, right? So, and maybe you just want to know why I bought a truck camper instead of like a fifth wheel or something. But you know, that's for another day discussion too. Anyways, guys, you guys have a good day, and I will talk to you on the next video. Bye bye.